Okay, welcome back to Star Trek Deep Space Nine. As you notice, this is being done through post-commentary, and yeah, this one took a while. As you can see, it's 3 weeks late, and definitely not at the usual 8 o'clock upload. This was tough. This was really, really tough. And honestly, it wouldn't have been quite as, quite as bad if it wasn't for the freaking 12-minute time limit that you've got. Yeah, you'll see a lot of these, quick pauses. Those were much larger pauses as I'm going through the guide, because not only is there a time limit, this is also a huge maze that you have to go to the right spot at the right time and jump over the right kind of obstacles. There was a reason this took me this long, and maybe you could have said I needed to get good, because I've seen speedruns of this, and I mean, I know it's possible to do this mission in 5 minutes, but I'm not that good, and I don't care. So this whole mission here is epic. This must have been a pause that probably went around keyframes that I couldn't get to. Oh well. But so as you can see, you have to go up and down and up and down and hunt for little areas that you can shoot through and all that. And if you've noticed, I have not even attempted to open fire against a single Borg, because, like I said before, you only get one shot against the Borg per weapon. So he's down, because you need to take him down to pick up that chip. But luckily, there is a way to retune your phasers, which I guess would work in the lore of the series, but I'll take anything to give me a slight advantage against the enemies of this game. And this is the guy who allows me to use the same weapon more than once. You can get the thing running, but he needs a pad. I've got a pad. But then take him out and then just redo both phasers, because I'm here. But this I kind of like the fact that this mission is here, because we hear so much about Wolf 359, but you don't really... It's more of something said in hushed whispers. I mean, sometimes you'll see someone have flashbacks to 359 and all that kind of stuff. And I might be misremembering something. I have a secret I need to tell you guys. I'm not the biggest Star Trek fan. I mean, I like Star Trek, and out of them, Deep Space Nine is my favorite series, which I realize most people, that would cause them, absolutely all the grief, because a lot of people really don't like DS9. But I kind of like it because it's so very different from the rest of Star Trek. It doesn't kind of drink the Kool-Aid that TNG especially guzzles. It shows that things aren't always great, and that's fine. Here was a particular area that I had a lot of trouble in. Yeah, you saw me like jumping from like one end of that door to the other end. That was like a whole different run that I edited out, but I couldn't get rid of that frame for some reason. And yeah, that was a run when I realized that those doors are one way unless you shoot the little flashing box above the door. This game actually explains how the doors work in Star Trek. There's personnel sensors that are above each door, and that's why you can see it flashing open above Sisko there. So that's cool. I don't think it's ever been brought up in any of the actual lore or anything like that, but yeah, no, there's little scanners above each side of the door, and opens up. So point for Crossroads of Time. Blowing up that little bit of wall there, and so I don't get stuck here. I'm actually trying to blow up those sensors so that the door remains open. And me pausing, making sure I'm doing the right thing and all that kind of stuff. The guide that I used for this was invaluable because this level, and this isn't even the final level of the game. This is actually the penultimate level. See, there's a little shield on the guy's shoulder there. Can't use the same phaser more than once. This is me trying to figure out how to turn off the power, because as the other guy said, I can't get to where Jake is because of the coolant. Well, you turn off the power and then you don't need to cool the system quite as much, so turn off the power and everything's nice and dark and broody, but the doors wouldn't work, which is why I had to shoot them open earlier. Over here, turn the power back on because, why not? It should be good to, be able to see. And occasional pausing, making sure I'm doing the right thing. You'll see me doing that a whole lot if you haven't noticed already. And we find Jake, and the guy from the beginning of the mission. Tell him to grab it through pop a door, and if you've noticed, he didn't try to center himself, so it looks like Jake's head was smacked into the side of the door. Poor Jake. Don't worry, I don't think he'll need all of those brain cells. So, shutting down the power, because I need to go back from whence I came, which involves, going through where that coolant leak was. But, on the bright side, at least there's, the comm panel here, which I'll be revisiting a third time. Even though the phasers have already been tuned, I go and tune the phasers again because, am I paranoid? Yeah. Now, from this point, there were like 3 different runs that were, 2 of which were failures, obviously. I think it was probably more like 4 runs. So I'd say a good maybe 6 minutes were cut from just that door to the end of the video. Yeah, there were a lot of times where, I'd have to cut. Like in this point, I go kill that Borg, go all the way back to where I was. For some reason, the guide was telling me to go all the way back to deck 2, which is, near the top of the ship. I'll just stick to deck 4, please. There were times where, on one of them, I accidentally forgot to reset my phasers, so when I got to the last Borg that I had to kill, I couldn't. So we're down to 5 minutes to exploding, which, as you can see on the, time, it's been a bit longer than what that should have been. It's all the pausing and stuff like that. I accidentally walked into the transporter room. If I had continued over there, Jake would have just been like, hey, the transporter ain't working. And, Sisko would have to roll his eyes and go and fix that. And go take him out. And reset my phasers, even though I don't need them anymore. I'd rather have them and not be caught with my pants down. Thank you very much. And grab the laser welder and refill my health. For surprisingly, I didn't use up the entire food replicator. Now, typically, I should have kept going right there because, the whole reason why we're doing this is to get tactical data. For some reason, it's on the Saratoga. I don't freaking understand, but whatever. I forgot to get that TAC data, and on the bright side, it does not completely kill you. I did die here once, which is terrible because this is essentially the final room of the mission if you got the tactical data earlier, and I did on that run. But there's just these fires that shoot up underneath you. And I'm beginning to wonder if they disappear when you pause, because they seem to. Anyway, so head over, thinking I'm done, but then I realized in the back of my head, oh god, I forgot the TAC data! Oh, am I gonna have to redo the whole thing? No, Sisko actually remembers that why he's here is to get the technical data. On the bright side, it's not that far away, and none of the Borg actually respawn, so all I have to do is deal with 2 bits of flame in the same spot and a little electrical charge. Transferring over that tactical data. Now to get out of here before the ship explodes. Yes, Sisko, yes. But yeah, this was one hell of a mission. And it's done. Whew. Station log, stardate 46873.5. With Dr. Bashir's help, I have been able to recall the data I viewed during my flashback to the Saratoga. Chief O'Brien has modified our transporter system accordingly. And another cutscene. Station log, stardate 46873.4. Will Gurgney's ship has taken up attack position nearby, but it is not fired. It appears Gurgney is waiting, but for what? I do not know. And so, that'll be today's upload of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Come back next week where it'll be easier.